COSM is reaching the zone of just complete bull control. Let's go ahead and go over the price action now. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with the COSM technicals, raw price action, and statistical thread of analysis on this Thursday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, you guys, so we're looking at COSM on the 5-day chart here, and as you can see, we actually continued on to the upside even still today, closing at that 357. It looks like the reversion variant is still showing that target of about it says 406, right? But we were looking at 405 just yesterday. Of course, this is going to fluctuate just a little bit as the price action continues on to the upside, right? So let's go ahead and move on to the next chart and see what we have. So this is the 5-day volatility versus momentum profile back test, and I would actually just like to express that we still actually even more now have an upside pivot on that EMA 3, the leading indicator, right, and the SMA 14. That paired with volatility contracting to the downside usually indicates a very powerful move to the upside, of which we've already taken note of every single iteration where that has happened, historically speaking, throughout the entire trading history of the COSM asset on the 5-day chart. So that led to 6 out of 6 iterations, giving us a 100% probability that we can get a mean or an average move of 162.05% over the span of about 116 days, right? So upon the firing of the signal, which was just, let's see, it was a few days ago, right? So that's actually moved. Let's see how far we've moved since then, right? So let's just go ahead and see. We've actually made already about a 15% move to the upside, almost 16% of the 162% average. Remember that these are statistics; they are not certainties, right? You guys, we tend to take a look at these metrics to see where we can land mathematically speaking, right? So now that 162.05% does have a standard deviation of 373.40%. with a lower first standard deviation of 78.10% and a higher bound of 668%, right, you guys? So what just like yesterday, we want to focus on the 78.10% lower bound because that's more relevant to where the price action is, right? So that would take us to around the area of about 559 on average, right? So we just have to kind of, practice patience here and see what the data suggests and see how it plays out and continue forward testing for a deeper edge, right? So let's go ahead and now move on to the next chart. And please notice here that we are still continuing that ascent from the validation of the newly converted what was a resistance into now a support of this falling wedge, right? So we're looking very good. In fact, the price action came today to that 363 level. Let me see what the high of the price was today. We can see it here on the H, right? So let me hover over the candle. It says 363, dead on the money. 1.618 at 363. Okay, so yeah, we actually did get that retracement based on a geometric level. So it's okay. Not only that, was that from a larger time frame, we actually could see that the not 618 was located at 362. So yeah, we have geometrics playing their role very nicely. What's very good here is that the larger time frame fib is indicating that the price action is now within a very important zone. And what zone is that? Let me just highlight it. Okay, so this zone here, this is the golden pocket. Okay, it's located between, let me just go ahead and correct it just like this here. There we go. That's much better. So the golden pocket is usually a very bullish area to sit in, as it would suggest a continuation to the upside, and that is located between the not 382 Fibonacci ratio and the not 618 Fibonacci ratio. Okay, so yeah, we're currently sitting at the what I would consider the bullish control zone of the golden pocket, right? So this is very, very, very attractive looking price action here. Okay, you guys. So now, as far as the 8-hour time frame, we have run a statistical back test on this one as well. 9 iterations total throughout the entire trading history of the 8-hour time frame, right? COSM. That would give us about a 206% move to the upside, of which, of course, is just a ridiculous target to kind of look at right now, right? As it's not is not all that pertinent. We have an unusable lower bound of the first standard deviation with a standard deviation of 382%, and our higher bound is 589%, almost 590. And the reason we can't use the lower bound is because the math came out to a negative value. Okay, so statistically speaking, when you have a negative value, it is unusable. So we consider that or render that 0. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and continue on to the next chart, because it actually, you know what? It looks like the stochastic momentum at one point in the day tried to... Oh, I see it in the candles. So this is why we're seeing what we're seeing. So this candle here, right? Let me just get this kind of out of the way like that, right? So this candle here, we reached the top side, very close to the top side where the price action closed, right? So, and then it retraced very hard, right? So then it came back up and continued on to the upside. So I can see where the EMA 3 actually felt that weakness, and as well as the SMA 14, but it looks like the EMA picked up again, and it's pressuring now against this SMA 14. So this would likely pressure it to the upside even still, and have the SMA 14 correct and continue on to the upside. That's very, very interesting, actually. So let's go ahead and finish off this analysis here with the RSI. And please notice here, this is absolutely attractive. We have the 30-minute, we have the bi-hourly, we have the 8-hour, the daily, 3-day, and 5-day, all pivoted towards the upside. So this thing is absolutely mooning right now. There's definitely something going on with COSM. We have to... maybe somebody let me know in the comments what the heck is going on with the fundamental analysis here, as I'm wondering if something very nice was announced. But yes, COSM is looking like it's going to continue to the upside here in a very powerful manner, you guys. So definitely watch your price action within this, okay, you guys? But first and foremost, please remember that I am not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment. Okay, as it cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever. Wow, we have to look at this right now. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. Okay, you guys, but please look at this. Yesterday, we were talking about wanting the volatility, which is represented by BBWP. This is direction neutral. We pair it with momentum to give us that bias for direction, right? So we were talking about yesterday having this statistical move validated when we get both of the volatility component and the moving average pivoted towards the upside and beyond at least the 10 percentile. Please notice right now the moving average sitting at about 8% right now, and we have the volatility upside of the 15%. So this move is... we are literally 10% away from suggesting the massive upside thrust on average that the 8-hour volatility versus momentum backtest let us have, right? Which is 206% to the upside, potentially leading to around 975. Really uncomfortable saying that, right? But it is what it is, you guys. So that's just the statistic, right? So, but yeah, I think this is a pretty good place for me to leave off the video, you guys. I wish you well, a very, very good night, and I will catch you at the bell. Mañana. Adios.